By now, we've all seen the response that Christopher Luxon gave about Chuck and Mary coming in on their cruise, right? And this was to give justification behind the move on orders for empowering the police to push the homeless somewhere else in the Auckland city centre. And I think it's great that he's actually recognised this, because very recently I was actually Chuck, and I do think that there's another problem that, based on what he's said, has kind of identified, because he wants people to come into the country to see our beautiful, beautiful New Zealand, right? And he thinks that he's removing an obstacle or a potential negative impact on people's impression of our beautiful country. In some ways, I agree. You might not agree with the move on orders. He's not stopping homelessness, he's just pushing it along. But I think he's right in that there is problems with stuff that's blocking our beautiful country. And because I was Chuck only recently, only a couple of weeks ago, really, I took a cruise around New Zealand and then went into Australia. It was wonderful. It was like a 2-week cruise, Norwegian Spirit. And I want to show you some footage of a couple of ports in New Zealand. And let me know if you identify any reasons, any blockers, anything people might find a bit ugly about New Zealand. Right, so we start off with a port in Napier. I just want you to look at these and just see if you can spot anything that might be a little ugly, a little something that you would want to maybe move away from a tourist's viewpoint. See anything might be a little ugly, maybe? Okay, let's move on to Picton. Just see if you notice anything that might be a bit unsightly to tourists coming in and seeing beautiful New Zealand for the first time. Any eyesores that might be a bit of an issue. I kept this one because you might notice some consequences of some eyesores. Yeah, still Picton. Yeah, I wonder what kind of experiences these people might get left with, seeing our beautiful country. I can't help but think they're just going to be left with. Yeah, these are different ports, by the way. It's not just one port. These are different ports, by the way. So now we're going to Port Chalmers, Dunedin. Yeah, can't help but think maybe there might be. Maybe he's right. Maybe there is something that's a bit ugly to tourists. Maybe. Now, the worst part about all of this is that when you get on the tour bus, so on this bus, for example, when you're going through here, the bus driver kind of has to mention it, and the way that they phrase it is, look at all this beautiful New Zealand pine that is not staying in New Zealand. It's actually going off to India and China. So they straight up tell you that it's not something that's kept secret at all. And this is pretty much, most ports look like this. So yeah, I don't think that walking past like a chill homeless dude in the inner city is probably even going to be memorable at all. Um, but hey, I'm not a politician, man. So for what it's worth, I totally recommend this cruise or any cruise we just sail around New Zealand. It's bloody amazing to see a bunch of different cities. Once you get out of the port, there's something a little off, a little ugly, something a bit unsightly about the ports. But once you leave the ports, Chuck and Mary have a grand old time. Spend a lot of money. Hope you're having a good day.